Well, that was the weekend. I hope you had a great Easter weekend. What kind of weekend did you have, Kenneth?
I had tremendous. It started on Friday. Went to a
Really?
speakers conference.
Okay.
Continued on to in Saturday, and then yesterday, of course, the great hallelujahs rolled.
Oh, yes, they did. They
They
did.
did.
Feel
Wasn't
free to
that
get closer
wonderful?
if you
A
can.
little
There we
closer
go.
to the
Yeah.
mic.
Yeah, so we
Okay.
can all hear you.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yes,
It
it was a
was
great
wonderful.
Easter weekend. Yes.
And then we took a little trip out into the bluebonnet
Oh,
fields.
did
We
you?
went to the Wild Willow. Is it the Wild Willow? No,
Oh, Willow Loop.
Willow City
Willow City
Loop.
Loop. Yeah. Yeah.
There were spots of really wonderful bluebonnets.
Nice.
It
I
was
saw
very,
some on
and
my
it
way.
was it was the middle of the afternoon after lunch, but there was not many cars,
Really?
but it was
Okay.
sunshiny and it was
Yes,
just kind
finally.
of calm and restful
Yeah.
and
Oh, nice.
just kind of it was wonderful.
Refreshing, I hope.
Refreshing. That's a good word.
Good.
And
Good.
that's what we're all about is good
A word.
words.
Yes, of
The
course.
word for the week. Gosh, can you believe it's April
Oh,
the
yes.
6th?
Already. Already.
Wow. Yes. Some wonderful things have happened. And of course, we're in a lot of distress around the world. But so the word this week is mindfulness.
Mindfulness. Okay.
Mindfulness.
Mindfulness.
What comes to your mind?
When I hear that word,
Yes.
being aware.
Okay, you're right on. Go ahead. Come
all
on.
right, all right. Good, good, good. Mindfulness. Yeah, being aware, being alert.
Being alert, being aware,
Focused,
and
maybe?
it's your discipline. It's your
And
disciplined
focus.
practice of being fully present in the moment. Have you ever been at a social function and you're standing there and there's 3 or 4 people around, and the person you are speaking with, they're looking over your shoulder.
Yes, or down,
They're
or around.
trying to see if there's anybody else in the room.
Come save me.
I really wasn't going there, but I'm talking. You brought it up, the word awareness.
Yes.
So it's fully present,
Right.
and I always go back to this circle of gumption. It's your initiative, your get up and go and get in the game and stay in the game, and so fully aware. And you've got to be fully aware. You've got to have no distractions, no denials, and no reacting. We want to respond and not react. So this word, and we always like to look at the history and the evolution of words,
Definitely.
and it began actually in ancient times when the Buddhists were being contemplative, especially around their teachings. And they had 4 noble truths where they talked about suffering and craving and the paths. Then they had these 8 paths of life. And today, this word of mindfulness is actually used in leadership, medicine, in the coaching world that I'm in,
Okay.
and of course, based on people's performance. You've got to be all in to everything you do. So the keys, and you hit it, the primary word is being aware. Awareness for alignment. Now, where did that word come from? Remember this book I released a week ago?
Yes.
We're talking about alignment, balance in crisis, the balance that we're looking for. And I was sharing with you just before we began about this question that came to me and said, what is the highest level of balance? I mean, if you're off just a little bit in any area of the life, and we're talking about the wheel of
The wheel,
balance,
right.
all right, and that wheel has 15 spokes on it.
Okay.
But it starts off with the original 7, where Zig Ziglar, over 50 years ago, came up with one of the best teaching tools where he got a plain white sheet of paper, drew a circle, and came up with 7 spokes.
Okay.
Okay, so you go mental, physical, spiritual, relationship, your career, your finances, your personal care. So those 7, in my book, I took those 7 as the base.
Okay.
And now think about the hub of that wheel. Inside that hub is 3 more spokes:
Oh, interesting.
body, soul, and spirit. Now we're up to 10 spokes. And what I did, alignment of home and work. That's what we're trying to get to here, because the quality of the home life equals or will equal the quality of the work.
Right.
I mean, if you're happy and healthy, I can't remember the rest of the happy, healthy, say amen or something.
There you go. There you go.
But
Yes,
so
yeah.
now we're talking about from a professional basis, your work life. We got leadership. Number 1, leaders are responsible for creating the atmosphere so the team, everybody on the team has the same opportunity to become the best version of themselves. But the leader has got to do that.
Yeah.
And then you start with the branding, you start marketing the business, make sales in the business. You look at the process of the business. What are you making? I mean, you make widgets, you make cars. What do? You take care of kids,
Yeah.
serving people. And then the final thing, and it's where a lot of business owners really do not know their numbers in their business. What are my gross profit? What's my net profit? How do you calculate those numbers? So the stewardship, the finances of your business, is the final spoke in this 15. So how do we get there? How do we become the total in balance person? And it's got to be through alignment and your awareness. So here's the thing that I'm teaching, hopefully through this book, is that we have systems of internal control. Remember the hub?
Yeah.
Body, soul, spirit, the internal inside of you. But businesses have internal control systems also. All right, so alignment of life and work. You got to be intentional in your life.
Yeah.
Zig Ziglar, I think, said it best when he said, you cannot be a generality. You can't be just, a jack of all trades. You just can't do it. You need to be specific, and you need to set that goal for your life and get in there and stay. And you cannot align anything that you're not aware of if you're not into it and you're not aware. So let's look at the 4 areas of this mindfulness. 4 areas. And I could probably give you 100 areas. But let's talk about
Let's
4.
focus in.
Yeah, focus in on. So the mental mindfulness. Mental. What am I thinking? Is it true? Is it helpful? Is it beneficial to other people? Or is it destructive? So mentally, where are we in our mind? Number 2 is your emotional mindfulness. What am I feeling? How do I feel about this? What they said about me, to me, how do I feel about that? Do I let the thoughts and what other people say about me, do I let that bother me? Am I reacting to it, or do I respond?
Yeah.
The difference is only like 8 or 10 seconds.
That's a long time when you
It
just
is.
pause for it.
That's right. So we
Yeah.
don't want to react. We don't want to snap our finger and jump on somebody and come back at them like for revenge or anything. We really want to to respond to them.
Yeah.
Respond.
Yeah, I know in my other job, I have to remind myself to be proactive, not reactive.
That's right. Proactive. And probably the greatest thing in a response you can do is let people know you care.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really care about what you know
Yeah,
until they know
What-
you care for them.
that's right.
So response. All right, go to the physical mindness. What is my body telling me? Am I rested? Am I fully hydrated? Am I disciplined in my life? I mean, do I really get up at 5 a.m. and go for a jog?
Right.
Well, if that's your plan and that's what makes you happy, you feel good, you stay in your comfort zone there, let's do it. And then, of course, last but definitely not least here is your spiritual mindfulness. Am I aligned with the truth? And of course, today, everybody wants to say, what is the truth? But does it have a purpose? And is your life aligned with the Creator? Like I said in the book, Balance in Crisis, are you drifting through life? Drifting through life is not aware of your life. And so what I want to do here, I'm going to walk you through a personal thing that happened to me, but the historical example of this word thoughtfulness, did I just use the wrong word?
Mindfulness.
I'm mindfulness.
Yes.
Thoughtfulness, where did that come from? Yeah, that's
It kind of works.
our
but
thoughts.
yeah,
It works.
Yeah.
So is
A synonym.
Marcus Aurelius.
Okay.
Yeah, the discipline that he had, and he was deeply aware of his circumstances. He was in battles most of his life while he was a ruler.
Okay.
And but we know what he did because he wrote a book called Meditations, which was his journaling. So he had great discipline, internal discipline, and his mindfulness was actually in his responsibility. He took control. So one of the things that I want to, as we finish up here, I finally came up with this, that the highest level of mindfulness, and you will love this word, abiding. What does God say? Abide with me. Abiding awareness. It's a state where you are fully present, fully conscious, and you're not controlled by the reaction. You're controlled by responding. It's not thinking better thoughts. It is becoming the kind of person who is no longer ruled by the negative thoughts. No longer ruled. So am I reacting to life, or am I responding with awareness and attention? Now, here we go. This is a great example, I think, of explaining, if I can find it. Here it is, right here. Okay, this is the personal story.
Story time.
Story time. Who said that? Was that our link letter?
I don't know. It's just, I don't remember. Yeah.
You remember the thing.
Saying,
though.
yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a personal story, and I titled it, The Moment I Was Not There. Happened in the morning time. The sun was just coming up. Now, you've been up a lot of times and seen the sunrise.
Beautiful.
The Texas sky was painted with soft orange and blue. I had my coffee in my hand, sitting outside, and by all appearances, I was at peace. But on the inside, my mind was racing. I was thinking about a client I needed to call. I was thinking about a bill that needed to be paid, a relationship that was strained, and a question that I've asked God more than once. Am I doing life right? Am I doing it right? And I bet you some people right now are thinking, gosh, that's me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm asking the question. But think about it. Physically, I was present. Mentally, I was scattered everywhere. And spiritually, I was distant.
Mm-hmm.
And then something small happened. A breeze moved through the trees. And I heard the leaves, not just the noise, but the rhythm.
Mm.
The rhythm of the breeze. And for just a moment, I stopped. I took a breath, a real breath. And it hit me. I had been living everywhere except where my feet were.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So what was the turning point here? That morning did not change my schedule. It did not solve all my problems. But it changed, and you were so on target when my awareness changed. Mindfulness is not escaping life. Mindfulness is entering life fully and looking for contentment and a well-balanced, well-meaning, well-purposeful life. That's what we're all searching for.
Mm-hmm.
So what is this highest level of balance and alignment? Mindfulness is entering life fully, being where you are, hearing what is said. You know, we could get better at listening.
Mm-hmm.
Feeling what is real. Listening, not just to other people, but to listen to God. So the question, are you physically present? There is a difference when you're fully involved and you're at a high level of balance. You can sit across from someone you love and not be there. You can pray and not be present.
Right.
You can work and not be engaged. So mindfulness for me, a pause before I speak, a breath before I respond, a moment to listen instead of trying to fix things,
Mm-hmm.
and a decision to be fully in line with the life that God has for us. And I finally came to the conclusion. In the Bible, it says it really well. Pause, be still, and know that I am God.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it says.
That's right.
And when we are fully in tune to that life that we talked about yesterday on Easter Sunday. And today we come and realize that the answer is in the cross. And we need to remember that as we go through this year.
Yeah.
It's in the cross. So you had it right off the bat.
Oh,
you came
yay.
up with it. Awareness. So
Being
be
aware.
aware.
Yeah.
Be aware of the people around you, and especially be sensitive to those that are hurting.
Mm-hmm.
Those that are hurting. And don't be mean and ugly.
Yeah, it doesn't help, does it?
No. I remember, and I've told this many times, that little boys club we had on Saturday morning, the motto was, say what you mean
what you say?
mean what you say,
Mm-hmm.
but do not say it mean.
There you go.
Be
There you go.
kind, be
Mhm.
considerate. hold the hands of somebody and look them in the eye and tell them how much you love them, how much you care for them, and because we're in a hurting world. And I think this idea of a well-balanced, purposeful, do the things that matter, the things that mean so much to you, the people that mean a lot to you.
Yeah.
And you can, I believe you can reach it. I believe you can reach it. But you're going to have to do something that most people don't want to do, and that's change. Change. And there's a little humor in that word change, that the only person that really wants a change is a baby with a wet diaper.
That's right. That's right.
I hate to leave on that.
Well, let's tell people where we can, they can contact you. At
Oh, yeah, I wish they would. That'd be
Yeah.
great. I love to create new relationships,
Okay.
and the way they start is by saying good morning, hello, what a nice afternoon, can I help you? And so they can go to the website and schedule, take a look at the calendar and see what's open, and make a schedule, and let's have a chat, and
Wonderful.
maybe even have coffee.
Nice.
We could have coffee with it, or we could talk on the phone, or we could do a Zoom call. There's so many ways.
Aren't there?
But
Yes.
the big thing is still be able to get together. And so you can, at the end of your conversation, you can shake their hand and tell them, gosh, I've had a great time speaking with you. And I mean, it's that connection that we need to
Right.
make
Right.
personally.
Right. All right. So
Right.
start with your website,
Start.
and we'll have this on. It's on Facebook Live now, and
Oh, my.
actually on our YouTube channel as well.
Okay.
And we're putting these on Spotify podcast as
Oh.
also. So you
Wow,
can-
we're out there, aren't
Yeah,
we?
just
Wow.
getting out. That's right.
Keep
All right.
doing it.
That's
Yes.
right. Well, thank you, Kenneth.
All in. That's
All
right.
in, and we're focused.
Focus. Intentional.
Intentional.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Thank you
Kenneth.
so much.
Thank you. More
Bye-bye.
music coming up next.